Hi guys, James Crocker here with Crocker Realty. Have you ever thought about all of the things that you would like to accomplish in your life before you leave planet Earth? Today I want to share with you what is called the obituary exercise. I want you to imagine that today is the last day of your life. Have you accomplished everything that you want to accomplish in your life? Are there things that you haven't done that you wish you would have? I want you to imagine that you are attending your own funeral tomorrow. Imagine that you are able to see everything that's going on. A good friend or family member is reading your eulogy, and they are sharing all of your accomplishments, all of your values, and what you've contributed to others while you're on this planet. What kind of person were you? I would like you to think about what they would say about you. Now I would like you to think about a eulogy that might occur if you live to be 90 years old. So you're attending your funeral at that time. What would the person reading the eulogy say about you at the age of 90? Now, are the things being said about you at your funeral tomorrow the same things that you would like to be said about you if you were attending your funeral at the age of 90? For most of us, probably not, because I think a lot of us have unfinished business. Whatever you imagined people would say about you when you die at the age of 90, I want you to multiply that by 100, because you can absolutely make that happen. It's fully within your power. You are an infinite being, and you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish in your life. You know, so many of us have things that we want to do in our lives that we never get to. We put things off. We forget what's important. We get preoccupied, we get sidetracked, and many of us have thoughts that keep us from going where we want to go in our lives. What's going to happen between now and the time you reach that ripe old age of 90 to ensure that you've completed all that you wanted? Everything in our lives comes from our conscious thoughts in conjunction with our subconscious mind. Anything that we think about enough becomes our reality. And where we are in our lives right now is predominantly because of the thoughts we've allowed to preoccupy our minds. And you will be, and so will I, at the age of 90, where you are because of the thoughts that you have allowed to occupy your mind between now and then. If we want to get certain results to occur on the outside in our physical reality, we have to have that same reality on the inside in our thoughts. Our thoughts create our reality, right? So we must take purposeful control of our conscious minds. The conscious mind programs the subconscious mind. So think about your heart beating right now. Think about how many times you have blinked since watching this video. You probably have no idea. Think about the blood circulating through your veins right now. All of these things are happening automatically without even thinking about them, right? There are also certain thoughts that all of us have that come in and out of our awareness that are habits, and they happen automatically because at some point in our lives or throughout our lives, our minds have been programmed to think and rationalize in a certain way. In fact, there are many thoughts and behaviors that occur that we aren't even aware of. How are you sitting right now? When you stand in line at the grocery store, what does your posture look like? What kind of facial expressions do you make when you talk? There are so many things happening in our lives on a daily basis that we don't even think about. Many of those things affect our lives in a dramatic way. So how do we change the behaviors that we're exhibiting that are virtually automatic? And the answer is we have to reprogram our minds consciously by consciously thinking about the things that we want to manifest in our lives and making those things come to fruition by both thinking that way and taking action on those thoughts. So in this video, I'm going to suggest 4 things that you can do right now, starting today, that will help you get from where you are now to where you want to be before your life ends, hopefully at the age of 100. These things that I'm going to go through have changed my life in a dramatic way, and they can change your life in a dramatic way also. So please pay very close attention to what I'm about to go through and apply these things in your life. I promise you, if you do, good things will happen to you. Possibly things that you've never imagined. So number one, write down your values. What is important to you? What do you want people to say about you when your life is over? What takes priority in your life? Your family, your health, your level of income? What do you want to contribute to society? So there was a study done on large corporations over 25 years, and the corporations that had written values that they gave to their employees had a 700% greater profit over a 25-year period compared to companies that did not have written values. 700%, just simply because they had written values that everyone at the company was asked to adhere to. So if a company can have a 700% greater level of profit by writing down their values, do you think that writing down your values could create a greater abundance in your life? You better believe it. So take a piece of paper and write down the things that are most important to you. Write down your values. So these are not goals necessarily. These are things that you value the most in your life. Examples would include honesty, integrity, intelligence, your family, your health, etc. So write down your values. Number two, write down your goals. I cannot stress enough how important this is. What do you want to accomplish in your life? When do you want to accomplish it by? And most importantly, why do you want to accomplish it? Make your goals big. If we set small limits on ourselves, we will generally achieve small things. If we set big limits or no limits on what we can accomplish in our lives, we will achieve big things. And if we don't have any goals at all, generally we won't achieve much of anything in our lives. What you accomplish in your life is a direct relation to what you're thinking about. And your goals act as a magnet. They will pull you in the direction that you want to go. So make them big. Remember, your thoughts create your physical reality. And without a conscious intention, we don't go anywhere. So number three, affirmations. What do you say to yourself over and over again every single day? What kind of self-talk do you exhibit? Did you know that over 66% of the emotions that are part of our language, or the English language, are negative? Why do you suppose that is? If we have negative self-talk, we will have negative outcomes in our lives. So anytime you notice yourself having a negative thought, take note of it and create an affirmation that is the opposite of that. So for example, instead of saying you are tired, say that I'm energetic, I'm motivated, I accomplish my goals. When you say things like this to yourself over and over and over again, out loud as well as internally, they program your subconscious mind. And eventually what will happen is the dominant thoughts in your mind will go from negative to the positive affirmations, and they will happen automatically. It's almost a habit at that point. So in other words, whatever behavior is trying to be achieved by these affirmations becomes something that is part of who you are. It's something that's ingrained to you. So our subconscious mind is the place where habits are formed. So spend at least 10 minutes each day, preferably before bed or first thing in the morning, saying affirmations about the things that you want to change in your life. Say them as if you already have them, as if they already exist. See them the affirmative. That's why they call them affirmations. So number four, and this kind of goes along with affirmations, but this is something a little bit more on the fly. So tomorrow, I promise you that within 15 to 20 minutes of waking up, the chances are that you're going to have something negative go through your mind. For me, it'll probably be about 30 seconds. And for most of us, it's probably about 30 seconds. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say 15 to 20 minutes. So pay attention to those thoughts. When you notice that you're having a negative thought, I want you to think about the opposite of that. Flip it around. So for example, if you think to yourself, oh, I have so much to do today, I'm not going to be able to get done with all of this. Think instead that I'm going to be productive today. I'm going to get a lot done today. If you are thinking about how much you can't get done, start thinking about how much you can get done. If you are thinking about how much you dislike one of your coworkers, find something positive about that person to replace that with. I know we all have people that we don't get along with that well, that we don't mesh well with, but at the same time, there is always something good that we can see in them. So focus on the positive things in your mind versus the negative. Anytime you notice a negative thought about anything, no matter how simple it might be, change that to a positive right then and there. Because if you don't, those negative thoughts will program your subconscious mind, and they will become virtually automatic over time, and you'll be considered a negative person. And obviously, I don't think anybody wants to be labeled as that. So if you implement these 4 strategies, I promise you that your life can look like whatever you want it to look like when you leave this planet, hopefully at the age of 100. Remember, the only limit to our potential is the limit we set for ourselves. You can do anything that you want in life. All you have to do is take action starting right now, and you can achieve things in your life that you never thought possible. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you found this video useful. If you like my video and you're watching it on Facebook, please share it with your friends and like my video. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button below. Have a great day.